Hello fellow Sudokans, welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 1st of December 2025. We are in the Christmas month at last, for those of you who wait all year for it, like my sister. She does love her Christmas times. For me, I don't have any such thing in my house, but anyway. Yeah, so we're almost there. And it's important for everybody to, of course, try to influence every country's policies on global warming, trying to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, etc. But they're also not just that, about other activities that can cause difficulties within other countries. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, the current craze for rare earths, which of course is Trump's latest goal to try to claim some back from China. How these things are mined is not, sometimes can be environmentally very dangerous. I'll mention this because in the north of Thailand, in Chiang Mai, there is a region known as Mae Ai, sorry, I should say that a bit more clearly, Mae Ai. And that is a region that is popular for Thai tourists because they like the cold weather. Not me, I keep away from it. But this time of the year, our so-called winter, where it cools down anyway, to some extent, they get a lot of tourists going to that region. But not now, because people are scared because of the high levels of toxicity of heavy metals that are in the rivers around that region. People are really scared, and it's very dangerous, very, very dangerous indeed for people to go around that area. It's become almost like ghost towns in that section, which used to be very populated by tourists. Is this heavy metal mining, rare earth mining going on in Thailand? I'm getting a message. Oh, it's okay. Message about tomorrow. This rare earth message. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I'm reading messages on my wrist, and I'm trying to talk to you at the same time, and I'm confusing the two things. This rare earth mining can be very dangerous, and in fact is being done in Myanmar, which is of course upriver. So the pollution that's coming into Thailand is not actually being produced in Thailand, that we know of anyway, because it's produced from mining rare earths in Myanmar, and presumably that's Chinese controlled region, Chinese influence region, not Chinese controlled, but Myanmar seems to have be under the influence of China, which has rare earth mining around the world on their behalf. And so it's important for everybody to be involved and to try to illustrate the dangers of this kind of activity being cross-border. So much of it is. Of course, we've seen wildfires that spread across borders in various countries across the world, and other environmental problems that are caused. They don't have passports, right? There's no passport for an environmental disaster that says, hey, can I come into your country? No, they just cross willy-nilly like birds of flight. All right, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. This is New York Times hard-level Sudoku puzzle. As soon as I see the first thing that I can see, I will tell you about it. I think I can see 8s. Looks like we've got 8 blocking this square, 8 blocking those 2 squares, and 8 blocking that square up there. That's going to give me an 8 in that square there. We'll continue on with 8s, I think, because we got 8s like this, blocking, that is, and that will give me an 8 there. Not sure I can get any more 8s, but anyway, at least we got an opening. Okay, we've got 9 and 4 across here. So that's going to give me a pair of 9 and 4 in those squares there. Right. Now, how does that affect things? So let's look at them in turn. So what do we know about the 4s? 4s in those squares there, there, and there. Okay. And the 9s. So we got 9 blocking up here, 9 blocking across there. That will give us 9 in that square. And now the 9s here, blocking up here and down here. Okay, so that's a pair of 9 and 4. Because we've got our 4, we just noticed already, right? And now we've got 9s, 9 and 4 in those squares, 9 and 4 here. So we've got a pair of 9 and 4. Let's see what's missing from those squares, which are not 9 or 4. They are 3 and 2. That's a pair of 2 and 3 in those squares there. Is that going to be good for us? I don't know, because I can't see. It could be 2 or 3, I think. So not so good. All right, let's have another look at this. This is 4 and 9. So in those squares, we're looking for 1, 2, 5. We've got 5s in those squares. That's going to give us 5s up there. 2 blocks there. The 1 not very useful, I think. Alright, so hang on, this 9 up here, let's see what we've done with that 9. It's given us a 9 over there before we go any further. I want to come back and look down in this bottom. So we've got 4 and 9 here. So this is not 4 or 9. It's 1, 2 and 3, I think. So now we know that 1s are in those squares. We've also got 1s over here. Oh, that's a pair of 1 and 4. Look, we've got a pair of 1 and 4 over here. Should we look at that now? 1 and 4. So 2's there. Three there. No. 3 has to be in those squares because we got 3 blocking there. So 3 is there or there. Pair of 6s there. Okay, 6 blocking down here, 6 across here. So 6 is in one of these squares blocking up. We know that this is 1 and 4, so that's outright. And then the 6 blocking across there, that will give me a 6 in that square there. And then we've got 6 across here, across here. I know I'm going backwards and forwards here, not very focused in one area, but if I see something, I kind of have to say it before I forget. My memory is so terrible. I'm likely to forget very quickly. In fact, we'll go on with the 6s since we're on that hot topic. 6 in one of those 2 squares blocking up, 6 across there and 6 across there. That will give me a 6 in that square there. Now, back to what I was trying to do here. This was 1 and 4. So we've got 2's there and there. And we've got 3's there or there, if I remember correctly, yes. What do we know about 5? Anything at all? Not sure. What do we know about 7's? We've got a pair of 7's there. Okay, got to come back and look at that a bit later because I'm a little bit. There's just too much for me to remember there. How are we doing with this 5? Okay. 5 blocks across here. 5 blocks that square there. 5 has to be one of those squares. That can't be 5. Okay, we've got a pair of 5 and 7 in those squares there. That's 5 and 7. And so this is not. This is 2 and 3 now. Now what? Alright, so this is 5 and 7, so it's not 2, is it? So we've got 2 blocking here, 2 blocking there. That's our 2. And then we've got, this is 5 or 7, and so 3 blocking there will give us the 3 there. And then we'll have a pair of 5 and 7 like that, and a pair of 5, 7 there, yeah. No. Right. So I come back to what on earth I was doing before. I started off by the 4 and the 9 across here, and that gave me 4 and 9 here, and I had 1, 2 and 3 here if I remember. So has anything changed? We got 3, so this is 1, 2, and this is 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. What else did I discover? I can't even remember now. This was 5 and 7. So is that anything new? 5. So we're doing 5. You've probably finished the game already, haven't you? But I don't know where I'm going. Backwards and forwards, in and out. Alright, we've got something. So this is 5 and 7, right? And then we've got 2 and 3 in this block. So that's going to leave 2 and 3 in those squares there. Now we've got the 3 blocking up there. That will give us 3 in that square and 2 in that square there. He said, hopefully. Missing numbers over here now are, as I say, backwards and forwards. 5, 8, so 5, 7, 8, right? 5 and 8 are here, so that's the 7. Yeah. All right, we're going very slowly, and getting confused, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I can kind of just double check everything up here because, all right, this has to be 5 and 8, right? Okay, actually that's good because we've got 8 blocking across there, 8 blocking. Oh no, we've got 8 there. 5 and 8 there. Sorry about that. That seems to match, doesn't it? 5 and 8, right? And this was 2 and 3. 5, 8, 2, 3. So this is 1 and 4, right? That seems to be correct. And here's our 5, 7 like this. Yeah, that is right. Okay, so things do match up at least. I need to do error checking because I get things wrong quite often. Right. Shall we go through the digits and see if I can get anything like that? Probably not, but 3 blocking up here, blocking down there, blocking across there and across there. So my pessimism was unwarranted. I did find a number. And our 3 blocking down here puts 3 into one of those 2 squares blocking across, and 3 blocking across here and 3 blocking down there means I found another number. I have a feeling this is a good game for those people who enjoy the notation-free stuff, because I have a feeling there's the perfect amount for them. That doesn't include me though. I just feel like it's probably all on display. Now we have 1 in one of these 2 squares, right? So we've got 1 and 4 blocking across here, and we've got 1 and 4 blocking across there. So we've got 1 and 4 in those squares there. Now I know that was 5 and 7 up there, so it means that is the 5 or 7 like that, right? Now can I say anything about it apart from the fact that it's 5 or 7? Don't know. This is where I got fall off, because I just can't remember things that I did a few moments ago, and it's very annoying. Not sure how that helps me. Gonna have to look at something else, because I'm not doing very well on that. This is frustrating for those, because I know that those people are going to be going, it's so simple, which drives me crazy. It probably is, but I can't spot it. I can see a lot of stuff here, but I can't, but I just forget it very quickly. So, 1, 2. Okay, I've delayed far too long. My apologies for taking too long to move to pencil marks, because I know it's there. I know what most of this stuff is, but it's just, I'll put in all the things that I previously mentioned. Four and 9 down there. 1's in those squares there, 3's in those squares there, and 2's anywhere. Pair of 2's over there. Two blocking across here and down there gives us 2's in those squares as well. Now we had 4, 9 here as well, didn't we? Okay, yes we did. And we've got the 5 blocking across there. We have 5's in those squares there. And we had, as I said, 1 and 4 blocking there and there. So that's a 1 and 4. And this is a 5 and a 7. And so that has to be a 1 or a 4 there. Now we also have 4's down there. And 6 is blocking down here and across there. That gives me 6 in those squares, and 6 blocking down and across there gives me 6 in those squares. Right, I better start doing this more in a more orderly fashion, hadn't I? So seven's there, and 7 somewhere across there. Oh, not there, sorry. So 1, 4. Pair of 8's there. 9's are somewhere there. And I think that's it for pairs. I think that's it. And so this block is, the top shoot is done. The lower 2/3 are not finished. I better do that. Now let's check out this bottom shoot, I think. So again, digit 1, what do we know apart from the fact it blocks? We know it blocks across there, so 1's still possible in those squares also. What do we know about 4? It blocks across there, so 4's still possible there also. 5 blocks across here like this, so 5's still possible in those squares. And 6 is properly done. 7 blocks across here like this, so 7 still possible in those squares there. And that's done now. Was there anything? 5, 7, not sure. Alright, this block here then. Digit 1, what do we know? Don't know really. 4. No, not sure. 5. Okay. 5 blocking across here like this. So 5 still possible in those squares there. 7 is done properly, 8 is done properly, and 9 is done properly. So, okay, so we have a pair of 1 and 4 in those squares there. So that means that I can remove all of these 1s and all of these 4s. Alright, that might help a bit. And we have a pair of 1 and 4 down here, so this can't be 1 or 4. That'll be our 5, 7. So now we've got a pair of 5 and 7 here. So when we remove the 5 and 7, we end up with a 6. And that gives us a 6 in that square and a 2 in that square. And I can delete that. Come on, 6 there. And this 2 will disappear from our grid and appear there as a perfect answer. And that means that 2s are a pair in... 2 is actually in this square here because we've got a pair of 4 and 9. We've got 2 blocking across here, across there. That has to be a 2. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 3. This is a 1. And that's 2 there. Now 1. We've got 1 number missing in this column, and that's a 5. And that's looking good. Let's get rid of that candidate 5 there, shall we? Okay. Right, now we've got a pair of 8 and 9, so that definitely can't be a 9, and we're left with our 5, 7 pair there. So 5, 7, 5, 7. Looks, I've got a 6 here. For some reason I've got a 6 there. 1, 4, there we go. 1, 4, 1, 4, that has to be a 9. That's our 4 there. Okay. And we know this is 5, 7, so this is a 1. So 1. We get all these 1s and 4s. 1, 4, 1, 4, 4, and 9. So I knew it was there somewhere, but couldn't spot it. Okay. Last digit over here is a 7, in fact. And that gives me a pair of 7s there and there. That means that's 5, 7. Yeah, could be. Alright. Okay, we can get this digit over. We get this 4 first of all. And then we get the last number over here because we know that's 5 and 7. So this has to be 9, I think that is. And 9 blocking down here, down there. And across there, so there's our 9. 1 blocking down here, there's our 1. Missing digit here is 8. So there's our 8, there's our 5. It's been an enjoyable game, I will say that. 7 there, 5 on that side. So it's kind of frustrating for me because I just can't do that thing without pencil marks, but it's been enjoyable. Anyway, I saw a lot of stuff there, and it was a nice game. 1 blocking down here, there's our digit 1, and this is going to be a 5. Thank you for joining me on this extended edition. A long time. Anyway, I'll be back later in the day with another game, I guess. Take care. Bye bye.